We just celebrated 17 years of producing videos on YouTube this year, or this month. So if you could, to help out with the logarithms and help get the channel to be even bigger than it is, please hit the like button and be sure to subscribe. Thank you. This video we're going to discuss prepping your once fired brass or your fired brass that's been used in a roller lock or roller delay rifle like a Set-Me-C, Set-Me-L, or any of the H&K clones, PTR 91s and that. A couple people have told me that you can't reload the ammo once you fire it in those particular rifles, because they said that, let me get a piece here where it is quite clear. You know, that these lines on the case ruin the case and put grooves in them. These are not grooves. How these rifles work is to help with the extraction, okay, is them little grooves were cut, how they design these guns, and when you fire the cartridge, some of the burning powder goes back into the grooves and doesn't let the case expand 100% all the way, okay. It doesn't ruin the case, that in itself does not. It leaves those marks, but that's just powder residue, okay. So what you want to do is, these cases are filthy. We'll take a look here. So what you're going to need is a couple things. One, you're going to need a tapered punch. This is like a Dorset punch, or Craftsman. And what do I mean by tape? This here. This is a taper, okay, and I'm going to show you how we're going to use this. First, you collect all your brass if you can find it, and we'll take a look at how I'm going to do this. Okay, so we have our brass. There's our 7.62, and out of the Set-Me-L, our 5.56 or the 223 brass. You know what I'm talking about. So the idea is sort the brass, look for damage, and then clean it. And I still kept my vibrating brass cleaners using, it's either corn cob or some type of media. I went to the wet tumble with stainless steel pins, which I really like a lot, but I kept this equipment. And another thing is, once you clean this in this type of material, eventually it'll start to get dirty. And I got like 4 or 5 bags of this stuff, so I might as well use it up for this purpose. And you need your punch. Now, is this viable and worth the trouble? Well, with the 5.56, it's kind of borderline. I don't know, I think maybe you're better off just firing it in anything, turning the brass in for scrap and getting a refund on your money that way. The 30 cal is a different story, but with the price of powder as it is, I found that my reloads, if you take into account, come down to just about the same cost as buying a case of ammo on sale. So you're not getting a lot of savings unless you have a huge quantity of usable brass. Alright, so that's the ins and outs. So the first thing you do is you inspect the brass. Now this here ain't too terrible. You know, it's still got a rounded mouth, it's just dirty. We'll throw it in there. And this Set-Me-C really didn't tear up the brass that bad. Let me try to look for one. You'll get some dings on the side there, and that's nothing to worry about, you know, as long as it isn't excessive. Now the mouth has a little dimple in it. So what I'm going to do is sort through The ones that, you know, like this here, the mouth is good, there's no excessive dent or anything, actually very small marks. Put that in there and you sort them out that way. And then look for ones with a damaged mouth. Some of these may be damaged beyond repair. But let me sort through and I'll get back to you guys and I'll show you what to do and how to try to straighten them out. Alright, now that I have the cases sorted, a vast majority of them weren't damaged in the neck. We're going to look at these here. These are severe over here. Anytime you get something folding over like that, that may not be salvageable. These over here, which have little minor dents in them, even something like that, okay, are going to be fairly easy to repair. You take the punch, you put it in there, and just push it down, and you see it's got it round. You just want to keep it to where it doesn't catch on your button in your sizing die. There's that one there. And like that, you just push it down against the table. And there you go. Ready to get clean. You know, and you can do this quite easily, quite quickly. Like that. This is not that big of a deal. And all these are ready to go. Okay. So, the severe ones. Let's kind of get them, let's position them and get close up here. Alright, what do I mean by severe? We'll start with these here. Whenever you get the brass bent over, that if you tried to put it in a sizing die would catch and crush and jam your sizing die. So let's see if we can place this in there, press down, and that just about popped it out. So another try. Not perfect, but we can give it a shot. It'll probably go through the reloading die. So let's get a view here. Let's try this one here. And that's the thing about the taper, is you kind of go in at an angle and then roll it over. Now this one here might not, this one might not be. You see there's a pretty good dent there that may or may not catch. I don't know about that one. Give it a little flex with the punch. And we're going to say it's good. So even these pretty severe ones, with a little bit of coaxing, and that one there, nope, this one there, if you can see that lip's hanging in there, I'm going to say this one is damaged. That will catch on the ball and wedge it. So we got one here so far that's one of these that is not repairable. Even if we push a little, yeah, that's no good. When you get that lip rolled over in there, this here, this dent, it's rolled over inside the neck. Your sizing ball will catch on that, okay, and that's no good. So what I'm going to do is I'll do the rest of these, and if I run across another one, we'll take a look at what you have to watch out for. All right, out of all of these, I have these three here that I have questions about. This one, obviously the dent is not coming out, this dent here. This will catch on the expanding plug or expanding ball and could create a problem. You don't want this to peel down and get bent up during sizing. This one here has a irregularity that doesn't want to come out even with coaxing it with this. And this one here also has, I kind of don't like it and I don't want to risk it. So these three here I'm going to just dispose of and say are unreloadable. And for those of you asking about the 5.56, here we have a little cartridge here. Now let's see if we can get the dent out using the same technique. Just push down. And also you may have to take this, hold on a second. You may have to take this and grasp the case and kind of rotate this around in there like that. And as you see, that's probably good enough to make it through the sizer. So you can do this with the 223 also. But these three here, I'm not going to take any chances. I'm going to get rid of them. Because you don't want to get one of these to peel back and get bent and get stuck in the die. It's going to be a royal pain. Alright, like I showed you, you can try to salvage this, but be careful, be attentive, and you know, when using this, if anything is tipped down in there, chances are that it's going to catch on something and create a mess. So you will lose. I lost altogether 3 pieces of brass, which I don't consider terrible. If it was like 10 or 15, yeah, then I'd be weighing my differences here on this. So that's what I'm going to do. And what I'm going to do is throw them in that vibrating cleaner, clean all the black gunky stuff off, probably about 3-4 hours or so. And then this brass will be ready. I use my case wax. I forget the name, but I did a couple videos and I use a good lubricant, lube them, size them. If they have to be trimmed, I'll trim them. Then I'm going to wet tumble them and wash all the lube and anything. And also them stainless steel pins, even when you trim and hit automatic deburring, it helps. It helps that stainless steel pin tumbling helps take away a lot of burrs or anything you missed and smooths them all out. Okay, the reason this isn't a members video is there's no load date or nothing. It's just some general advice to help you guys out. Alright, so thank you and stay tuned.